Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honor to my apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, right? I'm the brother Chassad, coming back at it again to bring out the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. Okay, what I want to get into on this one is the news that came out on R. Kelly's sentencing. He's just been sentenced to 30 years in prison. Okay, and I wanted to commentate on that because you had Edomite Devil, which is Ghislaine Maxwell. She was only sentenced to 20 years in prison, and they got similar charges, but in reality, her charges is worse than his. All right, because I believe R. Kelly was, they charged R. Kelly with either rape or sex trafficking or something like that. But then you got Ghislaine Maxwell. She was also doing sex trafficking, but on a higher level. All right, because Esau, they got more resources, being that this is their kingdom. All right, they have more resources, and they're global with the sex trafficking. It's not just locally. You know what I'm saying? They're really global with it. Which sex trafficking is totally wicked. It's totally abominable. Okay, and they're not just sex trafficking any old person. They sex trafficking. They sex trafficking kids. They into blood sacrificing children. Adrenochrome. So forth and so on. All that wickedness and witchcraft that these heathen are into, beginning with the so-called white man, which is Satan in the flesh. Okay, but I just wanted to bring out this article, which is from Newsweek.com. It is entitled R. Kelly, Ghislaine Maxwell, Prison Sentence Disparity Cited by Twitter Users. It says many took to social media to express their thoughts after R. Kelly was given 30 years in prison, and some pointed out the difference in length of the sentence given to Ghislaine Maxwell. And Ghislaine Maxwell, she's associated with Jeffrey Epstein, who also allegedly died. Okay, while he was being arrested for those same charges, man. Which we don't know if he's really dead or not. They could say anybody died. He could be on a remote island, a secluded location. Same with Ghislaine. Just because they sentence a devil to X amount of years, that doesn't mean they're going to actually let them do the time, especially if they're super elite, if they're part of that club, if they're part of that fraternity, which is what Freemasonry or, one of those cults, then, they're going to have benefits. They're going to be exempt from certain judgments. Because why? The ones that's making they're above the law pretty much. The ones that are making these judgments, which is what the so-called white man, he's down with these cults and these clubs, if you will. So it says, in a Brooklyn courtroom, a judge handed R. Kelly, whose real name is Robert Kelly, a 30-year prison term on Wednesday afternoon. Kelly's sentence comes after the R&B singer was convicted last year of sex trafficking and racketeering charges. According to the Associated Press, Kelly sexually abused fans in a systematic scheme that went on for decades. It says, while some Twitter users were questioning the length of the sentence given to Kelly after former Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison on Tuesday for her part in what is likely the most extensive known worldwide sex trafficking operation in recent history. Okay, so her charges are really in reality way worse than R. Kelly's charges. Okay, as I just read. All right, it says R. Kelly was just sentenced to 30 years in prison for subjugating fans and children to sexual abuse. Meanwhile, Ghislaine Maxwell ran an intentional ring involving some of the most influential and powerful people in the world, and she gets 20 years in prison, which she probably ain't gonna really do that time. Okay, it says I'm gonna scroll down a little bit, in which it says both are obviously terrible, but it's clear who shall receive the heftier sentence here. We can't talk about Maxwell's clients. They abused and ruined the lives of countless people, but they're not important. Our system is completely broken, he posted. Okay, so these are some of the posts by random people that that can clearly see the injustice going on. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna get straight to the scriptures. All right, I believe it's Psalm 73. It's the one I want. Yeah, this is Psalm 73, verse. I start at verse 3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily." And that's the so-called white man, the devil, biblically known as Esau Edom, because they are the true descendants of Esau, their forefather. All right. The word Edom means red. Goes back to the Hebrew Adawam. They are the true red people. All right. And this scripture is talking about them. This chapter in Psalm 73. They are not in trouble like other men. All right. They prosper in their wickedness. Why? Because the scriptures tell you in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. All right. The so-called white man did that. He's the wicked. Okay. And as I read, it said the wicked prospers, man. Why? Because this world, the scriptures say what? The God of this world, man, have blinded the minds of them which believe not, man. All right. The same one that tempted Yahweh Shai in the wilderness, man. Told him that all this power will I give thee, which is who? The spiritual demon Satan. Okay. He said all this power. He tried to tempt the Lord. Told the Lord to bow down and worship him. And if you do that, I give you, all this power, which is what, the power of pretty much when you read Matthew's the 4th chapter, it tells you that all shall be thine if you bow down. That's what he said to the Lord. If you bow down and worship me, spiritual demon Satan. He said that to the Lord, and the Lord rebuked him. Okay, but the point is that wickedness prospers in this evil world, man. All right, but one thing you Jakes gotta understand: just because you got celebrity status, that doesn't give you that isn't that you're not an Edomite. All right, you're not included in those benefits that they receive. Those benefits being what? Exempt from judgment. Okay. All right, which they're not really exempt from judgment because the Most High is going to judge them. Okay, Yahweh Shem Shah is going to judge them. but they're exempt from the judgment of men. Okay, because they have the power. All right, you niggas that get a little money, that make a couple millions, just because you got money and you could afford lawyers, that doesn't always work in your favor. Okay, and that doesn't give you license to act as if you're an Edomite. You're an elite. Okay, and we don't give it. Let's be honest, man. We don't like. This is not to defend R. Kelly. This is not to take sides. All right. At the end of the day, R. Kelly is going off. He's not serving the Most High. Okay, and he's in the same mindset of these heathens. So he's spiritually a heathen, man, and that's his judgment. Okay, I'm just calling it like it is, man. All right, it's a double standard, and we know that R. Kelly's an Israelite, and the so-called white man, he hates you Israelites. The Edomites, they hate you Israelites. All right, they hate the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Therefore, when it comes to you being on the hot seat, you being on trial, they're gonna violate you, man. They're not gonna have no mercy on you. All right, they're gonna straight, for lack of a better word, they're gonna shit on you, man. Okay, and that's what we're seeing going on now. All right, because here it is, Ghislaine Maxwell. She's not in trouble like other people. She's not in trouble like the so-called black Latinos and Native Americans. No, because she's a heathen. She's an Edomite. All right, now even other nations get more of mercy from the judicial system here in America, man. Okay, they get a break. So-called Chinaman, so-called East Indian, they all get more mercy than you tribes, man. Why is that? Because why? Because you're under the curses and you're the Lord's people, man. You're the chosen. All right, and this system is against you. All right, and they said what? They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Okay, and that's why they, like it says right here, that's why they have that pride. All right, they even think that the Most High is with them. They think that the Most High is for them. They tell you that in Psalms, I believe it's 50, something like that. But let's get another scripture and close this out. Okay, here it is. Of course, Habakkuk 1:4. Habakkuk 1:4, it says, "Therefore the Lord is slack in judgment doth never go forth, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth." Okay. Yeah, the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is the Bible, all right, the Torah, which is found in the Bible, is slacked, all right? Because why? They don't the so-called white man, like scripture say, they wanna act like they us. They wanna call themselves the J word, all right? The big nose small hats, all right? They wanna act like they us, all right? They wanna call themselves the Israelites, okay? They wanna take over our land, they wanna occupy our land, okay? Um I'm gonna read it again. This is Habakkuk 1:4. It says, "Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth." Okay? Yeah, the scripture say that the Most High saith unto the wicked, "What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou should take my covenant in thy mouth. All right. The Most High said that to the wicked. All right. Not just the wicked of Israel. That applies to you other nations too, man. Trying to take on the lot of, serving the Lord. Yeah. So like I was saying, these so-called white people, they don't. Yeah, they want to act like us. They want to be the Israelites. All right. They want to act like they worshiping the Most High and serving Him, but really, in reality, they serving their own belly. Okay, and they're only doing it really to keep us asleep, man. All right, and to justify themselves. Okay, but that's why the Most High is gonna destroy them and judge them, man. All right, and put them curses upon them, man. All right, and that judgment consists of what? Their kingdom being destroyed, and them ultimately being destroyed, man, and put in slavery. Okay, thus saith the Bible. All right, so yeah, man. I'll close there. Okay, this was just a commentary, you know, ultimately letting the scripture speak on a situation with R. Kelly. Okay, R. Kelly, he's receiving his judgment. All right, he has to deal with that. Okay, and it's going to be even more judgment coming upon these celebrities and 2/3 of Israel in general. Okay, but also that judgment is gonna come upon these other nations as well, because just because you sit in the power seat right now and you can make the laws and you can respect persons in judgment, and you can through your power have your own people be above the law. You may be above the laws you created, but you're not above the laws that Yahweh Shem Shai created. All right, so with that being said, call Allah Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.